What's up? Friday live here. Logan Janis, mostly superheroes on what's today? Friday, July. Scotty, I know you're listening. July 10th. It's a weird week. It's one of those weird weeks right after the holiday. And if you can already tell, I'm just getting into the groove here 2 days back after the 4th of July. And had a great holiday. Spent some time with some family. Carrie and I took a little road trip up to Michigan area where her parents are, and had a little sunshine. I feel like I'm on video today, so I've been doing some audio only episodes, feeling a little out of my shell. I guess I got this little July sun on my face, and I wanted to show it off, to say like, hey, look, I didn't get sunburned, so that's always a win. Always a win. I went to a swim shirt this year. I'm wearing a long sleeve swim shirt and a bucket hat. I mean, I look 70 years old, and I'm all about it because I'm saving hundreds of dollars on sunscreen. So I don't know if this is anything else. I know it's mostly superheroes, but at this point, it's a PSA for skin health. It's summertime. It's fun, but use the 50 SPF on the face at least. Or if you got a little shiner up here like me, you got to protect that head as well. And, today we have a full show for you. I've got a full list that I've been preparing since I got back. And there's events, some contests, movie updates, comic book updates. I got a fresh movie review from you from Scotty Scoop. And everybody says hello. Scotty and Jules and Andy and Sam and Carrie. We hope you all had a great holiday, and we are glad to be back here in the studio, live on all the platforms every Friday: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitch. It's mostly superheroes. Mostlysuperheroes.com is where everything's linked up. Thanks to those patrons who are getting this episode ad-free and early on Patreon and Apple Podcast, as well as the Mostly members on the website at mostlysuperheroes.com. That's actually totally free. Kind of a little secret we do on the show. If you're willing to go to our website, sign up for an account, you get access to a members only page that has ad-free versions of our episodes. But if you'd like to support us, if you've got the money to support us, Apple and Patreon allow you to do that for only $1 a month or even $10 a year. You could support this independent podcast channel, get those ad-free episodes, and your support means everything. Along with this show, we have another job that I have into being a host of Mostly Superheroes is I'm the executive director for the Team Jakey Foundation, who has been a sponsor of the show for a long time. But over the years, things have definitely progressed as I'm now executive director for a mental health nonprofit that all started back in 2014 with the late loss of Jake Zeller to suicide in 2013. Over $500,000 raised since then. And kicking off with that business, Team Jakey Fest is happening Saturday, September 19th, 2026, Florissant, Missouri. Get your tickets. Sign up for the all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink experience. Get your cornhole team. We still got some spots left. 4 bands, bounce houses, a helicopter landing, so much more. And we've been bringing on more and more partners. You've been probably seeing some of those announcements on the Team Jakey channel. That's all at teamjakey.org. We're going to bounce around a little bit today, so let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have a good Friday. Let's kick off with a little business, a little sponsor shout-out, and we'll get to some movies. But welcome to the show. Welcome to Friday. Movies. All right, we got our Supergirl review from me out there, as well as some fan reviews from our Screen and Social. And we have those reviews out on the channel. And coming up in Movie Town, there's some new stuff happening. Scotty Scoop just saw The Invite. This was with Olivia Wilde, Will McCormick, Rashida Jones, Seth Rogen, Penelope Cruz, Edward Norton, maybe repeated a couple of them. Got the poster up on the screen. Allied Global Marketing sent Scotty to the movies early. Thank you for your help, Allied Global Marketing. And the whole crew over there helping out with local St. Louis events and screenings like this. The Invite, this is it. Spoiler alert, I'd say, but Scotty's really good with his reviews. Not usually any spoilers in these. Just want to give the heads up, though. You're going to hear about this movie right now. Here's Scotty's scoop. Find these reviews on the Mostly Superheroes Instagram and Facebook, linked up at the website. Here's that review on The Invite from Scott. Based on a 2020 Spanish film, The People Upstairs, The Invite, directed by one of its stars, Olivia Wilde, is one of the year's best films for me this year. This perfect date couple movie has husband and wife Joe, played by Rogan, and Angela, played by Wilde, in a stalled marriage, going through the motions of life and preparing to invite their upstairs neighbors, Pina, played by Cruz, and Hawk, played by Norton, for an impromptu dinner party. Once the couple shows up, the tension builds until the visiting couple extends an invite of their own. What ensues is pure comedic and dramatic gold. This may have been the funniest film I've seen this year, without a doubt, and probably in years. The performances by the entire cast, including Rogan, are award-winning. Being the only 4 people in the movie really put them all in the spotlight. The timing, the writing, all 100% on point, filled with sweet moments and some highly uncomfortable ones. This film really had a roller coaster of emotion at times, and anyone who's been in a serious relationship can find something to relate to and laugh at. 3.9 out of 4.0 on the Mostly scale. More films like this, please. That's Scotty Scoop with the review. Well done, well said. Thank you, Scotty. Thank you, Alec Global Marketing. There's your fresh review. Let us know if you're seeing The Invite in theaters, and let us know at 754 call log. You can call or text your review. We'll read it just like that on the podcast. I'm intrigued. Scotty loved it. It's going to be a win. A movie coming out next week. The Odyssey. The book gone movie. A film by Christopher Nolan. That's right. Dark Knight guy. Defy the Gods on July 17th. This is 1 week from today. The movie will drop in theaters. And yes, Allied Global Marketing is sending our crew. We have a crew seeing this movie, so you're going to hear about it next week from a lot of us. Andy, Jules, and Scott, plus a few others, are all going to be there seeing the film, and we'll get those reviews out right away so you can know about one of the biggest movies of the year for sure. Obviously, a lot of us are going. It's a highly anticipated film. I think that you're going to see that at the box office. People are going to show up for this one. Christopher Nolan can do no wrong. Prove me wrong on that, I guess. Send me his worst work, but I love what I've seen that he's done. The Odyssey. Come to theaters. Let us know if you're watching it. 754 call log, mostlysuperheroes.com. Mostly Superheroes on the socials. Comic books. That's right. Comic books. Scotty, got to get you back on the show. They're coming in the studio next week. Sam's on vacation. He won't be here. But everybody else will be here. And we have a stack of books we got to talk about. Ultimate Endgame. The Ultimate Universe has ended. Marvel's new run of the Ultimate Universe that kicked off in 2024 has ended here. We're live on Friday, July 10th, 2026. A epic saga that's come to a close, and we'll talk more about that on the show, but wanted to just let you know that Marvel run has ended and another one is picking up. Marvel Midnight. This is horror takes on some of your favorite franchises within the franchises, the teams, the characters, X-Men, Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, and these are rolling out next. There's even going to be one day where this is the only Marvel thing that's going to drop. You can read more about that on our website and at Marvel.com. And we want to give away some stuff. We actually just did give away some stuff. An event coming up locally at Two Plumbers Arcade and Brewery. July 17th, we have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The OG 1990 film is being screened by, you guessed it, Tenacious Eats. Full contact dining. That's Chef Liz with Tenacious Eats, making a gourmet fine dining meal experience that pairs with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And congratulations to Joni H. You're going to this for free. Yep. Joni, thank you for entering our raffle. Our raffle is up every single day. mostlysuperheroes.com/events. That's what Joni did. She went, she entered, she won. This is a high value ticket item. Tickets are still on sale. That's right. We have this linked up. Just told you the website, mostlysuperheroes.com/events. Look up Tenacious Eats St. Louis, and you'll also find tickets to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Friday, July 17th at 2 Plumbers. They got free video games at 6 p.m. The movie is at 7. Like I told Joni, who's going for free, get there early and have a good time. Chef Liz, thank you for always helping out and partnering up with us on your fun events. Segueing to another fun event. This is one of a kind. First time announcement getting into in terms of the artwork. This is the first time we've announced the artwork on the show. It's on the screen. This is a great time to see the visuals. Thank you to Unparalleled Fate Comics, our friend Thomas Moran over there, and the whole team for having Team Jakey, the Team Jakey Foundation, that's right, mental health advocacy group here in St. Louis, be the featured nonprofit of their next copy of Beats, their comic book, their artwork, this beautiful cover inspired by our mission of Team Jakey's to end the stigma. A powerful image of a young person up on a roof with the hero of the story with their hands around their shoulders. This is a very powerful image, and Team Jakey is so proud to be having our first ever comic book feature. This is our first time doing this kind of collaboration. And the comic book has a Kickstarter that's happening right now, and we have this linked up at teamjakey.org. It's on the Mostly Superheroes and Team Jakey Facebook event pages. So you got to go and RSVP right now, because from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., this is tomorrow, Saturday, July 11th, come find the Beats crew, the whole artist team with their Kickstarter launch party, along with Team Jakey. We'll have a booth there at Endless Comics and Games in St. Charles. So this is Endless Comics and Games. They got 2 locations in the greater St. Louis area. This is the St. Charles location, 11 a.m., Saturday, July 11th. And again, the Beats crew will be there. Mostly Superheroes. Team Jakey will be there. We'll be catching reviews of X-Men 97 or anything else you've been watching lately, comic books you're picking up at the shop. And it's going to be a really good time. There's going to be ice cream. I believe an ice cream vendor will be there. Thomas has been doing a good job getting together a nice little community event on a Saturday up in St. Charles. We will see you there, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Endless Comics and Games. Thank you so much, Thomas. This is such a great artwork. The board and the Zeller family and Sam and everybody is just over the moon about this project and being able to be part of it. And I understand that you're going to be featuring other nonprofits. So you're going to share the wealth on this, and we got to be one of the first ones. So more information at teamjakey.org. A really exciting announcement right meow. Super Troopers 3 is coming to theaters July 16th. There's something coming up, but the movie is coming out August 7th. Super Troopers 3. We got the trailer, the synopsis, all those details are up on the website. We have a Super Troopers 3 page. Go watch the trailer. That's right. The third installment, Farva and the whole gang, is back. And here's the announcement. The cast of the movie is coming to St. Louis in Mostly Superheroes. We get to go. That's right. Thursday, July 16th, Delmar Hall. This is up on Delmar, right next door to the pageant. 2 great venues, Delmar Hall being one of those great venues. The Super Troopers 3 cast will be there with the Behind the Badge tour promoting Super Troopers 3. This is the whole crew. That's right. And they have a special meet and greet interview opportunity for us. We've been invited by our local Allied Global Marketing team. So we're going to be there with some special access and definitely hanging out for the show that begins at 7 p.m., which is going to involve food, fun, comedy, and Broken Lizard, the show, and I believe they have a podcast, but this is their show and their brand that they've always made Super Troopers under is Broken Lizard. That's the cast of the Super Troopers movie right here in St. Louis, and we're going to be there. So get your tickets. MostlySuperheroes.com. We've got this linked up. We've got the event at mostlysuperheroes.com/events. You could go. You could potentially meet the Super Troopers cast, and I got to grab my DVD. I have my DVD right here of the first Super Troopers. I'm a huge fan. I'm a massive fan of this movie and now this franchise. And I'm going to get this signed by all the guys. We're going to have an exclusive interview. It's happening. I can't believe it. We were asked, we're going to be there goofing off with a bunch of other goofballs. And this movie, Super Troopers 3, is coming out in August. Get your tickets. Tickets are on sale for the movie now. Can you even believe it? I can't believe it. Really excited for that. And if we get any free tickets, I'll let you guys know. But for now, you got to buy them because right now, that's not the case. If we get free ones, that's where you got to watch. We're in like a week until this event. Keep an eye on the Mostly Superheroes channels because that's when we might drop like last minute tickets or something. But for now, go get your tickets. Rock and roll fans, The Urge and Less Than Jake, Posse in Effect, are playing the Big Throwdown at St. Louis Music Park, July 25th. We've got tickets and a couple contests that we're going to have listed on the website very soon. This is kind of the breaking news part of the show, I guess. We are going to have 2 new contests up for you. And the first is going to be Disney on Ice. Yes, Disney on Ice at Chaifetz Arena, September 25th through 27th. You want to go? I got passes. That's right. For Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, we will see you at Disney on Ice at Chaifetz Arena, September 25th through 27th in St. Louis. And coming to St. Louis, we have Sonic Live in concert. That's right. Celebrating 35 years of the most iconic moments in music from the games. This is Sunday, October 18th, 2026 at the Factory in St. Louis. That's right. Sonic. You remember Sonic. You love the movies. Maybe you played the video games like I did. The 18th of October, 2026, the Factory, St. Louis. You could see Sonic live in concert. Watch for more details at mostlysuperheroes.com. Moving right along. All right, let's look at the Marvel schedule and talk about some Marvel things. Spider-Man, Brand New Day, is in theaters July 31st. I got my tickets. I am so excited for this movie. I am very excited for this movie. This is, with Avengers Doomsday happening later this year in December, it's hard to say that Brand New Day will be the biggest Marvel movie of the year, but it is possible. It is totally possible that this is the biggest, best Marvel movie of the year, and obviously Doomsday is right next to it. Maybe they tie. We're eating good as fans. We're having a good time counting down to this movie. Coming off of Spider-Man No Way Home, if you just go revisit that, sit, hang out with it. When that movie ends, this movie is going to pick up, and it's the same week as San Diego Comic-Con International. Comic-Con, that's right, July 23rd through 27th. And Marvel is back at Hall H. Going to be doing announcements for Avengers Doomsday, probably an official full trailer finally. And we, Mostly Superheroes, are finally going to San Diego Comic-Con. Finally, after years of talking about going, all because of our new correspondent and co-host, Jules DeBow. Follow Jules DeBow on the socials. Follow Mostly Superheroes on the socials because... get ready for some live coverage, some breaking news coverage, and all the details, all the behind-the-scenes footage. Anybody that Jules gets to meet, interact with, record with, capturing that moment and taking you behind the scenes of the biggest Comic-Con in the world. It's all going to happen on the Mostly Superheroes channels, and we're still looking for sponsors to send Jules that way. If you're interested in getting your name on this video series, helping us out, helping Jules out, reach out to me. Logan at mostlysuperheroes.com is the email. 754-225-5564. That's 754-CALL-LOG. And you can always get in touch at mostlysuperheroes.com or any of our channels at Mostly Superheroes. That's right. Someone from St. Louis, Mo, STL Mo, and Mostly, is going to San Diego Comic-Con. Jules, I know you're excited. You just messaged me this morning and said you were pumped. You can't wait. And, yeah, you're just within a couple weeks, man. This is the final push. And in August, we still have tickets to Resilience and Creativity, a live concert and conversation with Royce Martin and Dr. Tom Wagner, resilience researcher and therapist. This is Sunday, August 2nd from 4 to 6 p.m. in the Schroer Commons at Eden Theological Seminary in Webster Groves here in St. Louis. 63119 is the zip. And Royce Martin, New York Times praised. This guy is the inventor of swag time. He can play the piano. He brings the vibes and has been on Kelly Clarkson and St. Louis Bucket List and all these other great publications. This person is taken off, and you could hear live music in a special interview with Royce and Dr. Tom Wagner. You can learn more at tomwagnerspeaker.com, sundaymorningcafe.com, but use the special link at mostlysuperheroes.com. That'd be great. You can go find this event, Sunday Morning Cafe, Resilience and Creativity, and use promo code MOSTLY to get you a deal. That's MOSTLY, mostly. Get you a deal. See you Sunday, August 2nd for a great time in Webster Groves. And we'll bookend with that other event, Team Jakey Fest, the other event, right? The biggest event that I'm working on this year is Team Jakey Fest. And boy, do we need your help. September 19th, 2026, Knights of Columbus, Florissant, Missouri. 4 bands up on a stage with Steve Ewing, Samba Bomb Trilogy, and Maggie Connor. We'll have mental health resources from Provident Behavioral Health and more. The Mike Otten Memorial Cornhole Classic, magicians, bounce houses, helicopter landing, plus amazing raffles, a silent auction, and all you can eat and drink from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. for just $25. Get your tickets. Sign up to be a sponsor, a volunteer, to be get in on the Cornhole Fund. We still have spots left, but you can get your tickets now for $25 online at teamjakey.org. That's TEAMJAKEY.org. Teamjakey.org. Get involved, buy your tickets, sign up now, and help us out. We're a mental health nonprofit here in St. Louis since 2014, and this is our biggest party, our annual flagship fundraiser, now gone, Mental Health Music Festival. It's Team Jakey Fest, and we'll see you there September 19th, 2026. TeamJakey.org. We are talking TV. Let's talk about TV. There is some good TV on at the moment, and I had to hit some highlights. Some of these will be quick, and I'll spend some time toward the end on the ones that I want to spend a little more time on. We're also keeping an eye on the chat. Thanks for everybody who's showing up here today. We see you, Chris, on YouTube. We also see you, Steve, on Facebook. Moonbeam Charles on YouTube, and really appreciate you guys joining the stream today, spending your Friday with us. Hopefully, I don't know, hopefully you're having a good kind of weird week this week with the holiday coming off. I don't know. It's just one of those weird weeks where this Friday got here really fast. So always taking a moment, want to shout out you. Tell us where you're watching from. Drop your questions in. We'll hit them when we can. Talking TV. On HBO, HBO Max, House of the Dragon, final season, season 3, is off and running. It's happening. They are 3 episodes in, and it's on fire. I loved it. This last episode, episode 3, so very good. Just, it's hard. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything. It's early in the season, and I'm just really happy with how they're doing the show. It's just so high quality. We've been with these characters a long time. and we're seeing things play out in a final season type of way where these first 3 were just really fun. I think it just jumps off from the start. Season 2, in my opinion, ended kind of slow, so I was wondering what they were going to do with this show, especially after the success of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms and talks of other things like a Game of Thrones show where they pick up Jon Snow and the Starks and other stuff. Like, what are they going to do with House of the Dragon? It's good, but this feels good. This final season, let's just bring it home, talk about the Targaryens, tie it to Dany somehow, and I'm just excited. I really don't want to get into too much story. We'll talk about more as the show comes to a close, do some weekly commentary here and there. Today was just meant to be just like this, nice and quick, let you know what's happening. Sunday nights, it's nice to fire up Game of Thrones on Sunday night, right? You kind of, that's a great, is it a pastime at this point? I guess so. Also happening weekly, Rick and Morty season 9 is back. It's as good as ever. It's great. I love it. I've always been a fan of this show, and I just hope it never ends. And the storylines they pick up, it's just so big world, big thinking, trippy, and yes, adult, and it can be vulgar, but it also is just kind of pushes. It has no limits. It has no bounds, and they always pay off every thread that they ever tug on. Definitely a show you got to rewatch if you're like me. I got to watch Rick and Morty a lot to even begin to really follow through on a lot of the storylines. I've seen you diehard Rick and Morty fans on the internet that know every single frame and know when they're doing a callback, and I guess I'm still like being grown as a Rick and Morty fan, but I am a fan. So season 9 off and running. Are you watching it? Do you like it? I love it. If you haven't, this show is mostly just what I love, which includes The Bear. The final season, season 5, is out, and I've seen it. I've watched it. I finished it an hour ago, and I loved it. It was beautiful. I'm not going to talk spoilers. You don't have to be afraid. The show is beautiful from beginning to end. What a perfect last season. Congratulations to everybody on it. I was in tears. I was laughing. I had the feels, and I can't wait to rewatch this series, The Bear. High quality cooking, restaurant, food and beverage show, and just about people trying to build lives and do what they love. And man, it's just so good and so beautiful. And I want to talk about it with more of the guys on the show with you. Let me know what you're thinking. Let's create more of a dialogue around this show, do some look backs at it, and keep the combo going, because it's out there every episode. I kind of think that's where we're at. Is every episode's out. You got to go watch it. They're quick. You don't like how quick it is. It just feels like it's happening so fast, and it is. Like some episodes were like 20 minutes long, I feel like, and that, let's move on. This this final 5th season is just very different than any season before it, but it really does feel like it all culminates to this season. So Jeremy Allen White and the whole rest of the crew, I'm just such a fan. It show things of like of struggle and pride and just trying to make it through, and doing it day in and day out, and the mental health toll, and man, just really, really good. The Bear. It's out there on FX, Hulu, Disney Plus. It's out there. The Bear. Let us know what you think. 754 call log, mostlysuperheroes.com. And since it's mostly superheroes, this is where I'm going to spend a little time. It's literally been up on the screen, on my screen, the whole time I've been yapping. And this is the 4th or 5th time I've put these episodes up again. I'm of course talking about X-Men 97, Season 2. It's unbelievable. It's peak Marvel is how I'm thinking of this show now. Like, just with everything, just being a Marvel fan, knowing certain characters from many things, and then you go to X-Men 97, they're pushing the bounds of what characters we can bring in and how they play in this universe, along with these major, what I call X-Men storylines. I mean, for the moment, I'm not talking any spoilers. There's 4 episodes out, season 2, and you should go watch them. I have to talk about the show, though. So now it's time for spoilers. All right, we are talking spoilers for X-Men 97, Season 2, 4 episodes out. The last one was the close of a Part 2 episode. So this is the 4th episode we're talking about. Rise of Apocalypse, Part 2. Gave that spoiler alert. We're talking about this episode to episode. We're going to have the guys come in here and talk about it more in depth. We're going to do some of our recaps like we've done with the first season. Some of that might come out of me today, but today I'm really talking about these episode to episode in kind of the vacuum of my own brain with you guys in the chat, having it up on the screen. So talking full spoilers, 4 episodes in, X-Men 97 Season 2. You've been warned. I've said it too many times. I'm literally watching it right now. Charles, Magneto, in Sabanur, walking into, and Bishop, walking into ship, realizing we're in ship, Apocalypse's ship that they fought in the old series. And this is the birth of Apocalypse. In nutshelling, just big nutshell, the X-Men always created Apocalypse. This is how it always played out. These X-Men in the future that we're watching now in X-Men 97, further in the timeline, get sprinkled through time and create the thing that they have, their biggest nemesis, Apocalypse, the biggest one. It's in the name. It's the most powerful being. It's the first mutant of all time. And now that they're back in time with him, it's like, can we make him a good mutant? Is like Magneto's first plan. Like, what if he was a good guy? And Bishop knows he's not a good guy. And in this prophecy, in Sabanur reads on these hieroglyphs inside of ship, it shows the story of him and the X-Men fighting him in the past, and how the Celestials are at the foreground here, like from, Eternals. Like, it looks just like and in this ship is like a way for in Sabanur, future Apocalypse, to communicate with these Eternals, and they make Apocalypse like this great power to end the world. That's the great vision that Apocalypse is having right now as I'm watching. He goes into the chamber. This is going to be a metamorphosis of sorts. And he communicates with the Celestial, who tells him, you will bring the end of your time. You'll bring the end of your world. And connecting that just to what I've seen in Eternals, that meant the birth of the next Celestial, is an emergence, is due to happen, right? It's like, that's how Celestials, or gods, are born. They bust out of the middle of a world eventually. All the light, it requires planets with like intellectual life to grow. And that's what Eternal said. I'm not saying it's exactly the same in X-Men 97. But, is that going to be at play here, to where, Apocalypse is literally going to be the end of the world? Is he going to survive that? But it doesn't matter. He decides right away in this moment, the X-Men have lied to him. He's going to change, and he's going to just start destroying the X-Men one by one. So just unbelievable. The visuals are so sick, the lines, the music, everything we always say, but just focusing on the story. As I'm watching this live right now, Rise of Apocalypse Part 2, this is it. He's just entered the chamber. He grabs the power cell that he's given, and this is it. All creation. He's talking to the Celestial. All creation. You will bring the end of the beginning, return to the end. He has literally this dark crystal. Like, is this an homage to Dark Crystal? Because it looks like the Dark Crystal, right? The big purple crystal. Man, armies will dream of your demise, curse you, they'll fear you, but all creation must crash against the eternal shore in order to thrive and grow. If you can endure it, then say the words. And then this stuff like covers his body. And he says, I am the rocks of the eternal shore. Crash against me and be broken. And he morphs into Apocalypse right like in this moment. I never knew it happened like this. Like, just that he just turns into like that big Apocalypse. But at this point, he's evil. Time to send the X-Men home. Magneto says, I'm going to stay behind, fight this guy. Charles ends up getting blasted and stays with him. The rest of the X-Men are gone, traveling through time. And Apocalypse dusts Magneto in this crazy moment. Literally, Charles saying, I'm sorry. Magneto saying, I'm sorry. He holds him up by the head and blasts him. And then it looks like he's going to step on Charles, but he says, gods don't step on ants to feel powerful, even though you just blasted a guy. Magneto's dead. Bishop shows up out of time jump, grabs Xavier, gets out of there. Like, just jump 5 more minutes ago. Can they not just jump 5 more minutes ago? Anyway, is Magneto dead? Is Magneto going to come back? Magneto will come back, right? Like, and then there's a lot of time travel talk in this thing. If we could make a better future, maybe, Rogue says maybe we could bring Remy back, But I don't know. What we've learned so far in this Rise of Apocalypse 2-parter is you think you're messing with time. And we learned this with Cable and Nathan, young Nathan, who turns into Cable, and Jean and the Summers, Scott, and Mother Ascani. We learned with their story in the first episode and the second episode. You think you're messing with time, but you're just part of the whole grand story. And it's kind of like, it feels like Lost to me in that way. A lot of any time travel where the way things played out is always how it played out. I think Miles says that in Lost. It always happened this way. But now you're there to see it. And you think you have the opportunity to change time. And there's a lot of talk of if the X-Men don't go back, the time will crumble. And wow, here's the big reveal in this episode. All right. The Pharaoh, Rama Tut, has a big scene here where he says, I've been called many names. A conqueror is one of them. And then just to verify our thoughts, this dude says, I'm getting out of Dodge. He goes over to his ship, takes off his Pharaoh hat, puts on Kang the Conqueror. Yeah, that's right. You've probably seen all the memes in one single day. Millions of memes. I don't know if that's really true, but it seemed like millions to me. Obviously, with mostly superheroes, the feed I saw was just that Kang the Conqueror face over and over with some funny ones. I'm just getting out. Any kind of I'm getting out situation, this meme's working. Whatever, that was funny. What's really cool is that Kang the Conqueror is in the X-Men 97 storyline and just hopped in his ship and said, like, only time will tell. And this is just like a thread that they've just opened up where, like, of course we can have a Kang the Conqueror story in this show. I've heard this show could go for like 10 seasons. That Brad Winderbaum and Kevin Feige and all the people. Bo DeMaio, get Bo DeMaio back on the team. I'm a Bo DeMaio fan. Get him back on there. And keep your concept visual artist too, Marvel. Do this right. Keep doing what you're doing with this show. This is the Marvel we want to see, that I want to see. Animation can be every bit, if not better, than the live action. Actually, it might actually be better. So maybe that's time to have that debate. Just sitting here watching live the X-Men 97 episode with Rama Tut jumping in, putting on his Kang hat. Let's see if I can get this. This time is no longer mine to conquer, he says. I got to find another. The girl says, where are you going? And who is this? He says to her, fear not, your destiny starts today. His power can only be challenged by a force that is external. So who is this? I need to look up who his girl is, this right-hand girl. Only time will tell. That was it. Jumps in his ship. Kang's out. All right, and how's this one? Oh, this has an end credit scene, right? This is going to take us to the end credit scene for X-Men 97 and Season 2, Episode 4, The Rise of Apocalypse Part 2. And it's Wolverine meeting up with Captain America and Black Widow, I believe. And the next episode, Episode 5, is titled Weapon X, Lies and DVDs. Dropping July 15th, 2026. I mean, they showed his claws. He's still got the bony claws. Is he going to get animaniumed up again? Is this guy going to get metal bones again? Is he going to get like an upgrade? Or, I don't know. What do you think? That's the next episode. Then it's Danger.exe, Strangeland, Savage Heart, The Dead Man's Hand, and last one will be Survival of the Fittest. That's August 12th. A lot of episodes of X-Men 97 Season 2 in between. I'm having the time of my life. Obviously, rewatching it on repeat. Went back to Season 1. Just keep going through it. It's really, really good. Top tier. I think peak Marvel. Let us know what you think. 754 call log, mostlysuperheroes.com, and Mostly Superheroes on the socials. What's up, XTYBB? That's right. I know you've won some contests from us. Is it Nicole? I think it's Nicole. Such a great show. Are you talking about X-Men 97? You probably are. And if you're not, I'm just going to pretend you are because it is really good. Seeing you on Instagram. Thanks for joining us. See you, Tegan, Mark, Jules, Erica, and all the folks that joined us across all the channels. Really, really fun. Really fun show. So moving into the end of Friday Live. That's it, man. We do it tight. We keep it tight. TV, film, contests, events. And if you need creative design support, podcast support, events, maybe help with your nonprofit, or any media support in the greater St. Louis region, myself, Logan, and my wife, Carrie, are freelancers, and we do all that stuff. So you can find more at mostlysuperheroes.com/services. That's mostlysuperheroes.com/services. You can always call 754-CALL-LOG or email logan@mostlysuperheroes.com. If you're just looking for straight-up design, check out carrieclarkdesign.com. And why don't we just end with some general ranting? Absolutely no schedule or anything planned for this part of the show ever. This is where I'm also just going into the weekend, a busy weekend with a Team Jakey event tomorrow. Got some meetings this afternoon. And doing this weekly show is something I really look forward to, and it helps me in a lot of ways just organize my own thoughts in the list, but it's also a time to nerd out and just enjoy yourself. So that's what usually Mostly Superheroes, Team Jakey stuff is all about. I think a lot of life out there is performative. I think you probably feel that, right? In your job or relationships, you feel like you gotta talk the talk and walk the walk, and every social interaction and conversations. It can be exhausting to try to manage just navigating that. And I just support you to and encourage you to unsheath and be okay with being loud or goofy or saying something that you think is stupid maybe after you say it, and unplugging from your phones and devices, being outside, being with people, all these things, and getting a little movement. It doesn't have to be full on crazy exercise, but go for a walk. Try to do one push up. That's what I do. I'll start with one, then I'm like, oh, I can do two. Maybe, I don't know. All of a sudden you're working out. I don't know. Is this advice, or is this just the ramblings of a crazy person that's had too much coffee, no lunch, and is in his basement watching X-Men 97 too much? You decide. Either way, we thank you for being here. I hope it's been a break for you, a distraction maybe. That's fine. But we appreciate you nonetheless. Little stuff like telling people about us, liking our posts, helping our numbers go up, like subscribing to our monthly newsletter. That's free. That just came out just before the holiday. We're here in July, off and running, and lots of more fun to be had. So we'll keep you apprised. Tune in at mostlysuperheroes.com. Thank you to everyone that tunes in and supports us. We appreciate it. From Carrie, Sam, Jules, Andy, Scott, and me, I was your host, Logan, today. We'll see you next time on Mostly Superheroes. Find more at teamjakey.org and find more at mostlysuperheroes.com. Have a great Friday and have a great weekend. Take it easy.